If you want to see how you can quickly and easily build a dynamic quiz for your website that will calculate quiz scores, send those quiz scores via PDF to the person who filled out the quiz, and of course a copy to yourself, and make that quiz look great, then this video is for you. We're going to start off by creating a very basic quiz, adding the PDF functionality, making the quiz look better and better as we progress in the video, and improving the PDF functionality as well. And at the end of it, you're going to have an awesome quiz that your audience is going to love. Hi, I'm Bjorn from WPLearningLab. Let's get started. In this video, the tools we're going to use are the JetFormBuilder by Crocoblock, which is one of the most powerful form builders out there. And we're going to use the PDF attachment, which is a pro add-on that comes with the plugin. The plugin will cost you $39 right now for one website, and then more for more websites. We can talk about that later on. But first, let's see what it can do to see if this is something you might need on your website. And if we head over to the demo website, we have the JetFormBuilder plugin and the JetFormBuilder PDF attachment plugin installed. And there are so many features that this plugin offers. We're not even scratching the surface in this video, but the one we're going to see in this video is pretty cool. So if you go to JetFormBuilder in the bottom here, after we install the plugin, this option will be there. Then go to Forms. We'll see a list of forms currently on the website. Currently there's none. We can also click on Add New Form here to add a new one, or Add New Form up here, but you can also generate with AI. So I'm going to click on that. As you can see, we have a limit to 10 requests per month. That means 10 AI generated forms per month. I don't know how many forms you generate, but 10 is more than enough for me on a website. For the prompt, I'm going to put in here, please create a history quiz with 5 multiple choice questions. There's some tips and tricks and examples down here. I'm going to click on Generate to see what it comes up with. And keep in mind, I just put 5 for the sake of brevity for this video, but you could put 15, 50, 20, however many you want in there, and it'll generate the questions for you. So here I have the quiz and the 5 questions. Who was the first president of the United States? In which year did World War II end? Who wrote the famous play Romeo and Juliet? Which ancient civilization built the pyramids of Giza? Who was the first female prime minister of the United Kingdom? Looks pretty good to me. If you like what you see, you can click on Create Form with this template, or you can change the generation prompt and try again. And in the bottom right here, it says we made 3 of 15 requests, even though up here it says we have 10. I'm not sure why that is, but that's just how it is. I'm going to click on Create Form from this template. And that takes us to the Form Builder page where we can edit this form, add new questions, change the questions we have. Anything you want to do, you can do in here. The AI just makes it so you don't have a blank page to work with. It gives you some content to start with. And for the title here, I put in the prompt. I'm going to change that to History Quiz. The input label is where the question should be, because right now I just have radio boxes on the page, no actual question with it, which isn't that useful. So I'm going to input all the questions to make sure it's actually a usable quiz. There we go. All the questions are in. It puts them all in as capitals. I didn't do that on purpose. That's just how it entered the text. So I'm not sure why, but that's what it does. And the idea is the person taking the quiz is going to read these questions, click on a choice, go to the next question, pick a choice, next question, pick a choice, and at the end, click Submit. And we want them then to receive a PDF with their scores for the quiz. You could also display the scores on the page if you wanted, if you didn't want to use the PDF attachment, but I want to use the PDF attachment because I think that would be kind of cool. But as of right now, this quiz works. I can click on Save. We can add this quiz to a page and have it actually working. So let's do that right now. Let's create a new page. There's our history quiz right there under the Forms tab. Call this History Quiz. Add the JetFormBuilder block. And then on the right-hand side, choose our quiz. I'm just going to leave everything on the right here as default. I don't know why I made the radio buttons all crazy over here, but that's not how they're going to appear on the front end. Let's view this page. And here's our quiz. You can pick your choices. You can change your answers if you want. There's even settings to make the quiz go over multiple pages if you want to do that. You fill out the quiz, you hit submit, and right now, after we click submit, that goes nowhere. Not even into a record in the database, not into an email, because you don't have an email field for people to enter their email. So it's just kind of a useless quiz at this point. But we have it on our page. So all the changes we make now to our form builder in here for our quiz, that's going to reflect on the page so we can more easily test it out. So the first thing I want to do is add an email field, so that they can enter the email and get the results to their email address. To do that, click the plus icon to add a block, or you can do it up here in the top left. I'm going to search for text field. We want this one right here. I'm going to move that up above the submit button. I'm going to label it. You can type the label here or on the right. And the label is, if you want to receive your quiz results, please enter your email. Field name is going to auto-populate with that. I'm just going to change this to visitor email. The description will leave blank. Value is going to be blank. For field type, we want to change it from text to email. So the system knows it's an email field. You can add the length if you want. Maybe 100 characters. No, 1 for the minimum. Probably 5 for the minimum. And 100 for the maximum. And validation, you can keep everything set as it is. And then we have an email field where they can enter the email address. But now that that's there, we have to add actions because we need to specify what happens when the email is submitted. To do that, click on JetForm on the left here, and we have Post Submit Actions. Open that tab, click on New Action. Here we can add things like send email, you can send data to various autoresponders, you can register users, you can update posts for front-end editing of your website if you want to set that up. We can generate a PDF, which is functionality added by the PDF plugin that we have installed as well. We can save the form record to the website. So in case the email doesn't get through, at least it's saved on the site. So for this form, this quiz, we're going to add the send email, save form record, and generate PDF. I'm going to do it in a different order though. I'm going to save form record first. We can store the IP address. We'll do that. Keep form records that are not past spam and captcha protection. Sure, let's do that. Update. Now we have a post-submit action of submitting a form record. Now if we come out here and refresh this page, let's fill this out. And we have an email field down here. Click on submit. That's going to say, thank you for submitting your quiz or something. Form successfully submitted. That's great. Now if we go into the website here, the more tabs the merrier. And we go to under JetFormBuilder form records, we will see our form right here, or our submitted quiz. And that's fantastic. So that works. We now have the answers that I entered and an email address. That's everything you'd want for a form record. So any form you build with JetFormBuilder, you can have this action added and it'll add the content to your database. Super slick, super easy. We're going to add a new action. This action is going to be to send an email. So that when someone fills out the quiz and adds their email address, we can send them an email with the PDF. Let's click on send email. We're going to mail to, got to pick a field. We're going to mail to email from the submitted form field. We have to select the form field in this next one here. If you want to receive your quiz results, please enter your email. That's the one. You can use blind carbon copy or carbon copy if you want. I'm not going to in this case. You do that if you want to send to multiple people. The reply to is going to be the admin email. The subject is going to be, here are your quiz results. From name, that'll be me. From address, it's going to be the admin email, but I'll just type it in here. Content type, plain text. This is where you could also personalize. If you had a field for the name of the person filling out the form or the quiz, you could add them in here. Click on this gear icon. Let's pretend the visitor email is the visitor's name. So you could have in here, hey, Bob. So for the email message, we have, hey, visitor email, and that could be their name, like Bob or Frank or whoever, Jane. Thanks for taking our history quiz. I've attached a PDF with your results and next steps. Talk soon, Bjorn. Excellent. I'm going to delete this because that's not their name, but you get the idea. You can add a field for their name, use the wrench, add it in. For the attachments, we're going to add a PDF. Currently, we haven't created that, so we're just going to keep what we have set so far, click on Update, and we're going to add a new action, which is going to be the Generate PDF. Here, we can create a PDF template specific to every form, every quiz, every whatever you have on your website that you build with JetFormBuilder, and it could be a new template for all of them. I'm going to click on Add New Template. And this is another thing we're not going to have 100% finished right now because all these things work in tandem. You're developing your quiz and the scoring for your quiz, and you're developing the template, and you kind of do both at the same time. This is going to be the actual PDF right here. This is going to be the content in the PDF. So this is the headline, your history quiz results. Here we have some example text. I'm just going to change this to question 1. Who was the first president of the United States? And then you see this variable here. That's where they enter the actual, that's where the plugin enters the actual answer they gave. So I'm going to say correct answer, George Washington. And then I'm going to say, add a few spaces, your answer. And then I'm going to add another one, your score on this question. We'll fill in a variable for that later on. Just going to select this, and I'm going to do this again for question number 2. What is question number 2 exactly? right here. In which year did World War II end? Paste that in there. Correct answer, 1945. I'd like the space to stay in there. I guess I could add 3 columns here. I'll do that. Let's do 3 columns. Paragraph. All right. Paragraph. And then your score on this question. Add another paragraph. Let's delete that one. Let's add this up above here as well so that we have some nice spacing and some consistency. Your answer. Question 1. Your score on this question. All right, that was already done. Okay, delete this. And we want to change the answer token for question 2 to question 2. And where is this being pulled from? It's being pulled from the actual question itself. If we click on any question and we click on block, we see the form field name is question 1. So whatever is in here is what you'd put in for this variable. I'm just going to add the content for the other 3 questions into this PDF, and then we're going to have a template for a PDF done. And then we can go ahead and add the scoring to this quiz to make sure it's being input into our PDF. I had to Google it to make sure Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the UK. I thought it was Margaret Thatcher or Theresa May. They've both been Prime Ministers. I didn't know which one, though. The other 2, for sure not. Anyway, so we have our template done. All we have to do to finish this is add the score for each question, and we're also going to have a total score field. Your total score is XYZ out of 5. We'll replace XYZ, just a placeholder. Let's save this. And at this point, I'm going to change the question style from radio button to be the advanced choices field, because I just like how it looks better. You can see a preview of it to the right of my mouse cursor. The checkboxes and radio buttons just seem a little cold. But with the advanced choices, you just have a bigger box. It just seems nicer to me. And when you add the advanced fields, instead of changing a radio button or checkbox field to the advanced fields, you just add them directly. You can choose to add text, images, images with description, or images with controls. So your your quiz answers can have images too. So it can look really, really cool, depending how you want to customize it. For this quiz, we're not going to add those because our AI gave us radio buttons. And when I change to advanced fields, it just gives us these, doesn't give us the option for the images. And I haven't found the spot to click to get the images back when you do it this way. Either way, once we have it in the advanced fields, setting a score is really, really easy. So if we click on George Washington, we make sure we have not the radio button highlighted, but the box around it. We can see on the right-hand side, under block, in general, we have value of George Washington and value for calculated field of blank. I'm going to put a 1 in there because that's the correct answer. For Thomas Jefferson, make sure I clicked on the outside box again. I'm going to add a 0. Abraham Lincoln, add a 0. John Adams, add a 0, because those are all incorrect answers. In this question, all the questions on this page actually are right or wrong. But you could also have questions with degrees of correctness. So you could say, which is the tallest mountain in the world? And you could have a list. And then you could have maybe like 5 points if you got the tallest one, 4 points if you got the second tallest, 3 points if you got the third tallest. You have questions like that as well if you wanted. Change that one to the same style. The advanced choices, change them all. Just looks way better, I think. Okay, now we have to add the scores to these as well. A 1 for the correct one, and then a 0 for the others. I'll just fast forward while I do this because it's pretty boring. All right, that's done. Now we're going to go ahead and calculate our scores. We're going to add another field. It's going to be the calculate field, or calculated field. I'm not going to give it a label. We're just going to add a formula into this field down here. And the formula is going to be question 1 with percents around it. So it pulls in the value from that question, the answer they gave, the score they got, essentially, plus question 2, plus 3, 4, 5. So it's going to add up the scores for all their questions, and that will give us the ability to pull that information into our PDF. I'm going to give this field a name. It's going to call it your score. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to have the value type as number, decimal places to 0, turn on this toggle so the field is hidden, as in it won't be showing up on the form itself when someone's filling out the form. Click on Save. Now if we head over to our PDF template, I changed the format a little. I kept the 3 columns for the answers, but I changed it from saying your answer and then showing what answer they chose to just the score, because I don't think it can pull in the value of their answer, or I haven't found the shortcode for that. So if you know where that shortcode is, let us know in the comments down below. So now it's going to say the correct answer was this. Your score on this question is either 1 or 0. You can even have out of 1, so then show their score 1 or 0 out of 1 if you want it. But at the very bottom where we have your total score in this little placeholder here, if we save this and refresh the page, it's going to pull in this new field and the your score field name that we have right here, and then we can just add it to that page. So let's save this and then refresh, and then scroll down and highlight this, click on this / and choose your score. Didn't work. Let's just cut your score from there and paste it over that. So now it's going to say whatever their score is out of 5. You might want to put this at the top. In fact, I'm going to, if I can get it there. Your score is this. See your score on each question below. Probably too many exclamation marks. Let's save that. Now our PDF is done. Our form is done. We just need to finish the post submit actions over here for generate PDF. Click on the pencil, hop into here, select the template. It's going to be the your history quiz results, which is this page right here, your history quiz results. For the file name, we'll just keep it as the template name, which is this right here. We're going to attach to the send email action. Click on that, confirm. Now this has been added without us doing anything else to the send email option. So that's cool. If we toggle save generated PDF, that's going to be saved to the record in the website. And here we have some error messages, which you can customize, an error for creating the file and an error for attaching it if you want to have those. Those will be shown to the person taking the quiz. Click on update when you're ready. There's a new send email option. I thought I'd just add the attachment to the one we had. Let's click on save and refresh to make sure all the variables are populating as they should. Then we can probably just add the attachment to the original send email, so we don't have to configure that again. Open the original send email, go to the very bottom. There's an attachment section. In here, we don't have the attachments available because it's after or before the PDF's generated. You got to put it after the PDF is generated. That makes sense. Are they going to be here now, or do I have to refresh? Oh, that's pretty slick. So we want to put the file path for the PDF in there. Click on update. Delete the one it added. And now we are ready to rock and roll, I'd say. Let's save this. Let's go out to our quiz here, refresh this page, and now we have a new quiz format. Answer some questions, get some right, get some wrong. So we should have a 3 out of 5. First one's correct, second one is correct, and the last one is correct. So let's see what happens. Send me an email. Submit. Here's the email right here. Click into there. Here's the email we wrote. Excellent. Click on this to view our PDF. It didn't add the title. I'm going to fix that in just a second. Your total score is 3 out of 5. See your score for questions below. So correct answer is this. Your score on this question, it put the value. I thought it put a 1 or a 0. So we've got to change this to your answer to this question. Let's make this easier to read and just all around better. How about that? Let's put that in there. Let's make this a heading. Put that at the top. I'm going to bold all these just so they're easier to read. Your answer Let's change this to your answer. Bold that. All right. It's going to fast forward while I make these adjustments. Okay, we're done. Save that. That's how easy it is to make adjustments to the PDF that's generated. Pretty easy. Let's fill this form again really quick. This time choose different answers. Let's only get 2 right this time. Send that. It should be there almost instantly. Form is submitted. New message is not yet here. It is here. There it is. So now with the bolding, much clearer. Got a headline up here, much clearer. You could even have a little more formatting for the questions themselves. Your score is 2 out of 5, and here are the correct answers and your answers to the quiz. That's pretty cool. In the past, when I did client work, I built a bunch of these quizzes for some of my clients, and they were great for lead generation because it'd be like, currently on YouTube, there's the ad for the V-Shred guy who's always doing like eating pizza, and he's super fit, and he has a quiz, for example. I think it's like determine your body type or something. A lot of these weight loss guys have quizzes like that. And then you fill out the quiz, you get the results like this, and at the bottom there'll be next steps. Do you want to actually make this happen in your life? Buy my course. You want to have one-on-one coaching? Buy my coaching. So you can have the quiz as a lead magnet that leads into other products in your business, which is a great way to add value if the quiz actually adds value to people. It lets them learn something about themselves they didn't know before, and then they're more likely to follow through and commit to some kind of business relationship with you. So there's more to do because this quiz page is just a quiz on a random page. We can put this inside of Elementor, for example. Let's do that. Let's head out here. Let's go to our pages. Let's go to this one here. Click on Edit with Elementor. Let's put the JetForm widget right down here. Put it right there. Choose the form, our history quiz. It should pull it in. There it is. The font colors by default are not what we want. So let's go to Style. Let's change the label color to be white. That's pretty good. Let's change the Submit button down here to be black text on a white background and no border. Text is not black. There we go. Black text. You can also change the colors of your success messages and the messages tab down here, and a bunch of other stuff as well, depending on what kind of form fields you have on your form. Then we click on Publish, and now our quiz is on our homepage or whatever page you add it to in Elementor. You can also add it to other page builders. It's compatible with Elementor, Gutenberg Builder, and Beaver Builder. Plus, there's shortcodes, so it's compatible with pretty much everybody. I'll show you what the shortcode is. If we go to JetForm plugins and go to our forms, there's a shortcode right there, and you can copy that whole thing and put it wherever you want. And under Form Records, it attaches the PDF to the record as well because we toggled that button. So let's go and see our most recent one, this one here, and we see our answers, and we see over here is the PDF right there. We can view it, and there it is. Not only is the PDF sent to the person who filled the quiz, we get a copy too, as long as we have that toggle turned on. And this will be saved to your server. So if you have a lot of these being filled out, these PDFs can add up. So whether or not you want to save them there is up to you. It's handy to have them, but they do take up space. So one last thing I want to show you to level up your form design even more. Let's go into our forms here. I mentioned before that we can have these be actual pictures. Go here, choose Advanced Choices field, Images with controls. Let's duplicate this one so we have 4 answers just like we do for all these. I'm going to move this up to be underneath the presidents here, or above. I'll put it above. I'm going to change these names, if I may. Make that one George. Make this one Tom. My copying pasting ability is lacking today. Make this one Honest Abe. This one John Adams. Copy, paste, let's do it. All right, now we can add pictures of these guys. To add image, just click on the placeholder, then click on replace, open the media library. and then pick the correct one, drop that in there, do the next one, and the next one, and the last one. I could not find a color image of Abe Lincoln. Just how it is, I guess. You can drag these little circles to make the images larger. You want to make them about the same size. And just like that, we leveled up our form design by a lot. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for as many of these as I can. This one might be weird, adding pictures, but the others I can add pictures for. And then we're going to come back and put this form to separate pages. So it's not just all on one page like you see here. Every question will be on its own page. Makes the form way more digestible and way more fun to use for your visitors. So let's pause the video, add some pictures, and I'll be right back. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's save that. And now we have pretty cool looking quiz, but the problem is it's still all on one page. If I refresh out here, we will see all on one page. It would look way better if every question was on its own page. And it's really quick and easy to do. If we come back into our main quiz, click anywhere, switch to the JetFormBlock up here, scroll down to where it says Form Settings, turn on Enable Form Pages Progress, and then we have to add some more sections to the page. Click on the plus icon. We're going to add a Start Form, Start Page, Form Page Start, and then we're going to add a Form Break, Form Page Break after the first question. And that's really all it takes to make the first page. We can customize it a bit. There's a little grayed out next up here. We are going to click on the block and type in here next question. I'm going to add a previous question button so people can go back and forth. And we're going to add a label of progress. This is going to go at the top of the page where it shows each question as a little ball, as a little circle. You'll see what I mean in a minute. This is the text that's going to go below it. So I'm going to try to put in here question 1. There, did it. Page 1 is done. At the very end, we have to add a form start page again, I believe, before the submit button. Click on save. And now if I come back out here to the form itself or to the quiz and refresh, we should have just one page with the first question. And there it is. So this is what I was saying about the question label underneath the circle. We have the first page. We have our quiz options here. You can choose one, click on next question, and it goes to what's currently all the rest of the questions, which we're going to change in just a minute. So we repeat the process we just did over and over, except for the form break start. So we just add this one right here, this block. I'm just going to duplicate it, move it down below that question, change it, the progress to question 2, duplicate this again, move it down, change it to question 3, duplicate it again, move it down, question 4, duplicate it again, move it down, question 5, save. Now we have a page break for every question. Now if I come back out here and refresh, we should have a whole bunch more circles. There they are, question 1 through 5. Let's quickly go through this. I couldn't find good pictures for this, that's why there's no pictures. Next question, next question, next question. If you want to receive your quiz, enter your email. Of course, you can have whatever other fields you want as well. Submit, and then the form is submitted. On the last question here, on the number 6, it says last page, which doesn't sound very good. I prefer that to be something like results or get your results. To do that, we add another page break, and we put that at the very end. And I'm going to, for this one, go to block and turn off the next button and give it a label of progress. So it's really only there just for the progress label. Get your results. Click on save. And now when I refresh this page, it should say get your results back here. And there it is. Our super slick multi-step quiz is now complete, including PDF sent via email, score calculations. Your audience is going to love it if you build one of these for them, so I encourage you to do so. There's a link in the description down below to go to the JetFormBuilder homepage. Look through that. There's many more add-ons. There's so much more you can do with it. It is an awesome form builder plugin. Make sure you check it out and see if it can help you in your business. If you like what you see with JetFormBuilder, we just scratched the surface. Check out this video right up here. That'll show you even more features and functions that JetFormBuilder will give you. Check that out.